On the evening of January the 18th, 2024, large-scale power outages occurred in temporarily occupied Crimea. Residents of Sevastopol, Feodosia, Sak, Jankoy and Kerch wrote about this on social networks. In Sevastopol, trolleybus service had to be suspended. According to the occupation administration, the cause of the accident was allegedly a false operation of gas equipment at Balaklava thermal power station. Because of this, 2 power units stopped operating. Half of the peninsula was left without electricity. De-energizing Russian military facilities is one of the tasks of the Ukrainian army, the Ukrainian armed forces noted.
We must understand that the military bases developed on the Crimean peninsula are also powered by the electricity that is provided in the general order. They also have a water supply, and making their lives more difficult is also one of our tasks. Natalia Gumenyuk, head of the press center of the Defense Forces of the south of Ukraine, on the air of the information project Suspilne Resistance.
According to the Ukrainian soldiers, they are trying to reduce the military potential of the Russians as much as possible. Therefore, they will continue to attack the Russian military infrastructure located in temporarily occupied Crimea. Over the past 10 years, the Russian army has turned the peninsula into a military base with a huge number of different types of weapons.
It is important for Ukraine to continue pressing Russian forces, particularly in Crimea, through its air campaign, sea drone attacks and covert operations. Our units repeatedly entered Crimea in 2023 to disrupt Russian logistics. Kirill Budanov, chief of the main Directorate of Intelligence of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, in an interview with Financial Times.
A Tarantula-class patrol boat sank in Sevastopol. It was discovered by Crimean agents of the attached military partisan movement at the pier in Sevastopol. According to preliminary data, the ship was damaged during an attack by maritime drones several weeks ago. And on the night of December the 26th, the Ukrainian armed forces destroyed the large landing ship Novocherkassk, which was stationed in the port of Feodosia. It was in service with the Russian Navy. According to Russian media reports, there were 77 crew members on board, of which 33 went missing, 23 were wounded and 1 was killed. It was also reported that there were Caliber cruise missiles and guided bombs on board the ship, which detonated. This led to the virtually complete destruction of the ship, and it is impossible to repair it.
Any ship flying the Saint-Induced flag of the Russian Navy is a legitimate target for us, wherever it is, anywhere in the world's oceans. Oleksiy Nishpapa, commander of the Naval Forces of Ukraine, in an interview with Ukrainska Pravda.
Earlier, U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Victoria Nuland said that the United States of America supported Ukraine's strikes on Russian military targets in temporarily occupied Crimea. Russia has built a lot of military structures on the peninsula. These are legitimate targets for the Ukrainian armed forces, as well as the returning of the peninsula to Ukrainian control.
Our strategic objective, as I said, is to get to 1991 borders. Our military objectives are always within the plan that has been agreed with partners. So we regained 50% of our territory. We are freed from northwestern Black Sea. The Russian fleet is moving from the temporary occupied Crimea, and we regained the territory for the 2024 plan.
On January the 4th, 2023, the command of the Air Force of the Ukrainian Armed Forces announced the successful destruction of the command post of the Russian Armed Forces at the airfield near the city of Saki, as well as the positions of the 222nd Communications Center of the Radio Technical Troops in Yevpatoria, which was armed with P-14 radars. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Natalia Husak, UATV News.